rain just wouldn't go away, but we had plenty of high-flying action anyway. Welcome to Sportswire. I'm Will Catterley. And with all of our artificial turf field sports like soccer and lacrosse, we're still kicking in high gear, just like the defending state champion girls lacrosse program, the Freeman Mavericks. Now in 2025, it's been the Godwin Eagles getting the best of Freeman in the regular season, but the Mavs were more than ready to move on in a massive matchup with Deep Run as they get ready for postseason play.
The defending state champs in action back at home for round two. Their first matchup against Deep Run went the way of the Mavs, and were looking for the same early and often. Had a lot of penalty opportunities. Again, early and often in this one, that shot goes wide. Deep Run's defense was excellent. So was their keeper. For about 3/4 of this game, this would be very close. Sorry I missed the first Deep Run goal. They would have a 1-0 lead. Only 1-0 after the first quarter play. Second quarter, on the penalty restart, she shoots, she scores. And the Mavs find the equalizer in the form of number 7, Lainey Gilman. We are knotted at one apiece. Wildcats have answers, however. Looking, poking, prodding, finding the cutting offensive attacker. She shoots, she scores. A turnaround is money. Put that on the map for Reagan McNally. And Deep Run back up 2-1. Mavs would respond in kind. Firing, finding the back of the net, or did she? No, instead, another big-time save. However, it would lead to this. Just moments later on the restart, again, the penalty. She shoots, she scores. This time it's number 1, Emma Hopgood. She was good. We're tied at 2. 3:37 to go in the second. Let's go to the third. Switching sides now. Still a 2-2 game. Anyone's ball game. Second half. Wildcats. Georgia. Swar. Fires, finds the back of the net. She shoots, she scores. And Deep Run got clobbered by Freeman in the first matchup. They have a 3-2 lead with 7:35 to go in the third. Mark that point in the contest. Mavs did not have a lot of runouts, but they did later as things opened up. Number 18 fires, finds the back of the net. Anna McKay, unassisted. She puts a biscuit in the basket. We're knotted at 3 with 6:55 to go. And after that, it was all Mavs. On the penalty, Lainey Gilman connects once again. That would give the Mavs a 4-3 lead. Moments later, Mavericks controlling the face-off, winning in the X, and then executing at the goal. Shooting, firing, finding the back of the net. Hannah Canton, she shoots, she scores. 5-3 Freeman, 58.3 seconds going, still in the third. Remember, it was 3-2 midway through the third. Mavs with a chance to take a 3-goal advantage going into the fourth. Firing, finding the back of the net, she shoots, she scores. Allison McKay. Okay. Freeman up 6-3 after 3. We go to the fourth. Same score. Going to change in a minute. Great pass. Beautiful finish. It's Allison McKay. McKay again. And the Mavs, all of a sudden, once down 3-2, now up 7-3. Better make it 8-3 on the restart. Firing, finding the back of the net. Once again, this time, Hannah Cantonen. There's nothing Hannah Cantonen do. Can she? Well, she can. Score goals. So can number 3, Ursula Borgerson, the freshman. Finds the back of the net as well. All Mavs late in this one. That would make it 9-3. They would add one more. Freeman back on the winning track. 10-3, the final.
Meanwhile, the Godwin Eagles just can't lose. They came into Tuesday night's contest with Mechanicsville, sitting at 11-0 on the season. In fact, the Eagles' last 3 games saw them beat their opponents by a combined score of 53-15, which includes a 16-9 win over Douglas Freeman.
And this might have been the only game going on, not just in the 804, not just in Henrico. She shoots, she scores, not just in the region, maybe in the entire state with the way the rain came down. Lakeland, Boston, it doesn't matter. Godwin taking on Mechanicsville. And yes, that's why I'm at this one. I was going to pick some doubleheader soccer between Tucker, Highland Springs. Even that got rained out. It's hard to have soccer rainouts. Either way, how about Ariana Crowley making it 3-0 Godwin as they continue their perfect ways 2 wins against defending state champion Freeman. This is a senior-laden team, and not many teams are getting in their way. Firing, finding the back of that. She shoots, she scores. Lakeland Boston scores, and you'll hear her name again. 4-0 Godwin. At that point, then on the restart, fresh off the penalty, firing, finding the back of that. It's Anna Grace Richards. Put the biscuit in the basket. Eagles in firm control, as one would expect. Can they finish the regular season undefeated? Definitely vying for that number 1 seed in Class 5 regional playoff time. Firing, finding the back of the net once again. It's Kenzie Banana Foster. She shoots, she scores. Eagles have landed and jump out to a massive lead. Mechanicsville trying to fight back. Not a lot of action for Coker in net. Harlow Coker, watch this. So she's going to make it fun for herself. Passes to Mechanicsville. It's a race to the net, and Coker gets there in time. Oh, man. Harlow Coker, a dream save right there. She would continue to be busy in the next few minutes off the restart. Easy squeezy lemon peasy save, but she tries one more time, passing it to the opposition. This time, Mustangs fire and find the back of the net. She shoots, she scores. Brooke Andrews gets Mechanicsville on the board, and she is super excited. 7-1 Godwin, though, no harm, no foul. Sorry, Barlow, no clean sheet for you. Still, you made the highlight reel on that, especially on that second save. Godwin making it easy on themselves in terms of attacking and scoring goals. Another one right there, firing, finding the back of the net. It is Kenzie going bananas Foster. She gets her name back in the ledger, scoring ledger again. 8-1 at that point, still in the first off the penalty. Easy squeezy, lemon peasy, Lakeland, Boston. Senior-laden team, and they are firing on all cylinders. They've been doing it early in the regular season, midway point in the regular season, late in the regular season. Foot is not off the gas pedal. Number 2, Ariana Crowley, junior midfielder, scores another one. 10-1 at that point. Godwin, with just seconds remaining, on the run. Anna Grace Richards from 15 yards out. She shoots, she scores at the buzzer. Eagles didn't need that one. Still, pretty cool highlight for number 14, Anna Grace Richards, and yet another win. Eagles stay undefeated. 23-3 is your final.
We head to the baseball diamond when we come back. The Highland Springs Springers celebrate senior night in style when they welcome in Henrico. Plus, it's back to Godwin for some guys soccer, where the Eagles hit the pitch against Prince George. Highlights are straight ahead.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to Sportswire. Senior night at Highland Springs. They are going to play baseball in the rain. They don't care. Taking on rival Henrico Warriors. This Highland Springs team fresh off a big win against the Freeman Mavericks. 7-3, too. It was not a one-run affair. They played great baseball. Great defense right there. Third baseman making quick work. Meanwhile, Chris Draper taking care of things on the mound, although in this instance, you don't see that every day. Base stealer for Henrico gets to second. The pitch goes off the backside of Draper into the outfield, so he takes third base. No harm, no foul for Christopher Draper. He gets the strikeout right there. And then later, ground ball to short. No plays easy on a heavy, rainy, muddy day, but they make it, so no score. We go to the second. Highland Springs had their base stealing shoes on. Number 7 getting the job done, Alston Archer. It would lead to this. That's a base hit. That dog will hunt. RBI single. Archer comes around to score. Reggie Thomas with the RBI base knock. They were not done, not by a long shot. That is ball for. Now we got a couple of runners on for Highland Springs. Lead to this. Swing and a miss, strike three. Not going to get the... Actually, that was just a swing and a miss. Not going to get the base steal, I should say, and that doggo hunt. One run comes in. Here comes another run. He's going to score. That's off the bat of Come on, Dan. So he picks up 2 RBIs right there. Come on, Caven. Somebody let me know if I got that one right. Dan gets it done. Later, that's why speed kills. Safe at first on the ground ball. Dan comes around to score. Highland Springs, a lot to a little here in this opening frame. Yeah, throws the bat with authority. He gets an RBI walk. Run comes around the score. In number 5, Roper. And then more runs coming around on the walk and RBI. They go to the bullpen, and it's Dan again. This ball's got some carry all the way to the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes another. He'll score, and Kevin Dan, a 2 RBI double. Later, though, Henrico, nice job getting these strikeouts, sit them down, limiting the damage, but the damage has been done. 12 runs in the first inning. We go to the second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back to number 3, Draper. Chris on the mound. Nice. Painting it on the corner. Still with a 12-0 lead. They'd actually forfeit their next at-bat, so Draper gets some more work. And he does some Yeamans-like work. Gets a strikeout there. More from Draper. This time, strike 3. Got to throw first, complete the outage. And Highland Springs looking good right now, heading into the postseason. 14-3 is your final. To the West End we go, soccer style, guys. Soccer, great matchup on paper. Godwin at home, taking on Prince George. Both teams coming in with 8 wins on the season. The Eagles really pass the ball well. They really build from the back well as well. And attacking that midfield was paramount against Prince George. Prince George put up a wall at midfield. Godwin, pinpoint passing, got through that. There's an example. That one was a little far, but their throw-ins were just as effective as their corners. Really even more so. Firing, he shoots, he scores! Off the corner, it somehow goes in. Off the head of Dino Sadakovic. Goal for Oh Captain, my captain. The Eagles have a 1-0 lead, and they would add to that. Here's a corner from the other direction. A chance. Second chance deflected. Keeper takes care of that one. But the pressure was on Prince George all night long, except for this moment right here. One of the few passes all night where Godwin gave it away, but their keeper is here to play. What a stop coming out of the net, out of the box. He did not get caught in the middle. He made his decision, went for it, got aggressive. Big time save from the keeper, keeping it at a 1-0 lead. Later, again, it's the throw-in. He shoots, he scores. Sebastian Ford Durante, 2-0 Godwin over PG. Royals trying to find their way back, but turning it over, and Godwin with another chance. Check this out. Great footwork, and just off the post, he bent it, but Thomas Manchester couldn't quite get that one to go. Still a 2-0 lead. Godwin. More from the Eagles. This is a very good team. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in the playoffs. Oh, how lucky can a keeper get? Goes through his hands, deflects off the crossbar, no goal. Chance for Prince George. Royals field a very good guys team as well, and watch this one develop. Nice little pass entry off the header. Oh, just couldn't keep it down. Keeper for Godwin's upset with his defense. Still, Godwin have a 2-0 lead at the half. Second half, here comes that throw-in again. Just goes wide. I'm telling you, a team that can be dangerous throwing it in and from the corner, that's something to worry about. That one just goes a little high, but marking up well, positioning themselves well to have great opportunities. Another one here, deflected by the Royals defender. And then we got the corner. Keeper originally gets the save. Godwin sticking with it, and the header gonna go in. Firing, finding the back of the net. Dino Sadakovic. Goal! Godwin Eagles, a 3-0 lead at that point with only 17 minutes and change to go, and that would be your final. Royals never really threatened, except for those 2 chances I showed you. Godwin gets a clean sheet and a big win. 3-0 final.
Well, Godwin isn't the only guys' soccer team playing well on the pitch. The Hermitage Panthers are putting up goals as well. Hermitage takes on Varina at home. That and more coming up.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to Sportswire. Back to the pitch we go. Guys soccer, Hermitage at home taking on Varina. Hermitage coming into this one with 8 wins, including one against Deep Run. That one just goes wide. Plenty of opportunities for Hermitage early and often in this one. However, here's another one firing. Just goes off the keeper, off the crossbar. Back to the keeper. Varina's keeper very busy. Chance for Varina right here. Great stop by Hermitage in net. Terrific play defensively. Back to the Panthers on offense. This looked like a certain goal, and that's because it was. Firing, finding the back of the net. He shoots, he scores. Number 15 doing the honors. Elijah Stanton with the goal. Hermitage with a 1-0 lead with 19 minutes and change to go left in the first. More from the Panthers. Nice little back kick, and it just gets tipped away by the keeper. Otherwise, what a highlight. Would have been even better if it went in. Chance here. Rebound. Yes. Firing, finding the back of that. He shoots, he scores. Bralan Barrientos, the senior, puts Herm up 2-0. Still in the first. More from the Panthers. Varina with a chance here. Keeper Johnny on the spot to keep that from being a problem. Brian Sevilla doing the honors in net. More from Hermitage. Boop! Put the biscuit in the basket. That's what he does. Number 11 doing the honors there. Francisco Ramos gives Hermitage a 3-0 lead at that point. This team's going to give a lot of other squads potential problems come playoff time. This team is legit. Are the Panthers firing, finding the back of the net. And this one's going to go to number 10. Getting it done. Japheth Camacho. Hermitage puts up even more in the second half. 10-0 is your final.
Well, he's a baseball player, a track athlete, a wide receiver in football, and if that's not enough, a gifted award-winning music artist as well. He's Christian Bowler, and this Highland Springs senior joined Dylan Garner and I on the latest Sportswire Spotlight.
What was it like hearing your song like play on the radio for the first time, or someone, or even someone playing it back once the record was done? Like, what was that experience like?
It's definitely surreal. I can definitely go back to the first time I heard it. I think I was in the car with my parents, and we were literally just listening to the radio like randomly, like the station we always listen to. And my song came on, and my mom was like, "Christian, pull out your phone, pull out your phone." I'm trying to, live in the moment. I'm like, "Mom, let me listen." It was
Don't
like,
spoil it.
Pull out your phone, record. So that was definitely a huge moment for me. And like I said, it definitely just showed me that my hard work definitely did pay off, and it showed that like I could really do this. And like that, like being able to be played on the radio is like nothing like small. Like that's something really big, because that's like how you get your money. Like with Sound Exchange and everything that's going on in the music world, like being on the radio is a really big deal. So when that first check came from the radio, it was like, man, like this is something I definitely, and it wasn't just like a job. Like this is something that I enjoy doing, and I get paid for it. So it was definitely something that was really fun.
Yeah, before we go too far down the rabbit hole, we keep hearing more and more about music. Maybe we should hear a little bit. Here's you performing Convocation earlier this year. It's kind of a pep rally for all of Henrico County schools. Let's take a listen.
We've got a good thing going whenever life is hard. We'll never lose goes our way, 'cause we both know who we are. And who knows about tomorrow? We don't know what's in the stars. I just know I'll always follow the light in your heart. So I'm not worried about us, and I never been, 'cause we know how the story ends. We will never break, no, we will never break, 'cause we're built on a foundation, and we're strong enough to stay, and we will never break. And as the word says, and the mountains shake, our love will remain. We will never. No, never.
So we've talked about these amazing performances like Convocation. We've talked about Graduation. We've seen that Convocation performance too, which still like it's even on camera. It's like awesome.
Thank you so much.
We talked about growing up in churches performing, right? And we wanted to balance that dynamic of like, what's it like performing, you know, with a chorus or as a solo artist or whatever in these environments. And then you're on the baseball diamond, right? You're at the plate. You're in the outfield. You're playing wide receiver, whatever it might be. Can you balance the differences and maybe, you know, compare the two
Right.
of what that is like and the different stages and spotlights you're on?
Yeah, so I can. It's crazy you asked that. I remember they asked that out there with the football interview, but first I'll say the similarities. The similarities I would definitely say is, you know, the team aspect. Of course, everything you do is team related in sports and things like that. So, you know, being in the choir, of course, that's a team too, because we all have to sing on one accord. We all have to sound great. We all have to blend together. So if one person is sounding off, then it's like, hey, like, who is that? Let's fix that. And I can relate to the same thing on the field.
And you can see the podcast with Christian and many others in their entirety. It's the Sportswire Spotlight. Check out all the episodes on YouTube. Well, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us. And you can always follow us on X and watch episodes on YouTube. I can't wait to see ya next time on Sportswire.